Yo, what's up? What's up? This is your guy, Ray Hanma. Thank you for tuning back in with this continuation of this response stream to Sweet Melody Media. Uh, Basically, addressing the one of the undercover simps, Chicago Rilla. Thank you for tuning back in, guys. This is Ray Hanma, one versus a million. Thank you for tuning back in. Due to those technical difficulties, this is part two of this discussion. So, uh, thank you for joining me. We're going to tune back in. We'll try to find where we left off. Uh, yes, because I have to finish this, and I don't believe in finishing streams like that. Yeah, I'll just unfinished. So, in the first stream of this discussion, it shall be trimmed and done properly. So we will be getting back into it. And after I'm done, I shall open up the panel to whoever wants to hop on. Yes, we are addressing the funny double-minded ways of man such as Chicago Rhythm. And such man, I deem, not fit to be in any male circles that are of true brotherhood. I don't believe in allowing man in my circle that is, funny. Meaning it's highly likely that they'll throw you under the bus for some coochie. So, but we'll be getting back into it, guys, right now. Okay. Put a one in the chat or in the comment section while you watch the replay. Thank you, guys. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. Again, let's get it.
Let me clarify something for y'all, man. Can anybody tell me where you have seen me on a Cynthia G stream, where I've hit a like, where I've subscribed or donated to her channel?
Who be on her stream on this channel?
No,
I have no.
Again, fair use. Shout out to Sweet Melody Media. Go over there, subscribe to her channel. That's little sis. She's a humble, sweet, and submissive, and a good cooperative woman. So, I mean, she's right for any good quality man, and much respect to her. So, as I stopped it right here to say this in regards to what he just said, you don't have to dwell over in such circles in order to share their ideals or to be beholden to them. And to be beholden to them is to not fight against it and giving in to it and accepting it for what it is. And it's men like Chicago Rilla that wants to fight against us, man, that recognize, our value, and are choosing to say hell no to garbage ass women. He's fighting us to get back into that mind of thinking, to not fight against it, but to go along with the program, the way of the Matrix. So, I mean, come on, man. You calling her a sister, nah, that's not a sister. That's a demon. All right, let's be clear. That's a demon that's of high rank because it has other demons following its path.
No idea. Y'all know more about her than I do. I just said she a sister.
I only know about her from y'all.
so I don't know.
I go to her. I go to her channel, and
Okay,
I
cool.
watch.
Has anybody seen me over there supporting?
Guilty pleasure, huh, Melody?
Yeah, no, I
Like,
never.
this is what I get confused about, man.
Oh,
We
God.
so quick. We talk that.
Your
How much
mind,
money you putting in? Wait.
your brain.
How much money
Well,
are you putting into a fund
No,
to
he didn't go there.
build our own community?
We're building Leonard's his mathematical skills because
See, and that's a sneak diss. I don't do that, bro. I don't do that.
No, it's true though.
Okay, cool.
Hold on.
So
What are we building? I don't know if I said, what are we building? Now, ain't that a damn feminist talk, one-on-one talk, 1.0 talking point if there is any? One of the shaming tactics that they like to use. Oh, what are you building? Bitch, whatever I'm building is not for you to know because your ratchet, nasty, trifling ass, no good, no wife quality having ass shall have nothing. You shall have no knowledge of, bitch. No, you are not worthy to pass through such gates.
let me
Why you say that, man? Now you done got him started, man.
Hold on, because we haven't. Hold on, man. Please hold on. Because let me tell you something. I respect Game Changer, and I even respect your point of view, bro. But let me tell you something. My grandma didn't even finish 8th grade. Smartest woman I know. A lot of our elders didn't finish school. 50 Cent didn't finish school. Jay-Z didn't finish school. So quick, when we got elevated education and this, then, the third, and I got my degree or whatever with people, okay, man, like, listen, we need y'all white-collar dudes. If you got the education, cool. We should all be bringing that back to the table. There's an old saying, when the elder dies, a library has burnt to the ground. And we refuse to sit at the feet of our elders and get the information because we think we better than them because we got educated through whoever school. I took calculus, pre-calculus, whatever the highest math, and I'm not saying this against you, Game Changer. I'm really speaking that Glock. With this,
He's getting on this nigga
that
about
sneak
sneak
this
this.
is not cool,
Whatever.
man.
Anyway, my nigga.
If we sit up here talking about holding men accountable, then niggas, let's hold y'all accountable for how we haven't built. In 2 years, all we do is go on the panels and bash and talk about women.
Build shit.
How?
Here you go again with this build shit. My dude, again. Okay. Here's where you play in this little game of yours where you go on this little tirade filled with naivety, to this high degree. You play like you don't know when you know what the hell is going on and why men are not fucking with these damn women. It's like, stop playing dumb, dude. What man in his right mind is going to want to put back, as you would say, by investing in women? They're no good. They're not going to invest in a community of women who wants to see their demise. It has made it greatly apparent, hey, that's the case through such platforms. Come on now. I know you hear me. You stop playing dumb, dude. Real talk. You're mad. Well, instead, you need to blame these damn women of why men don't want to fucking put back into the fucking community.
how bad the black woman is. The black woman that you don't even want. But the real problem is we got to address the women because it's the women's fault because the women took welfare and the women kicked the men out of the home. Well, what type of man?
And a lot of them are obese.
What type of man is getting kicked out of his own home?
Not me.
No, fam. Y'all don't in those women getting welfare and handouts and this, that, and the third whoop-de-whoop. So if we gonna build and hold men accountable, then let's build. Because
y'all hear this nigga? Oh man, you're on that typical shit, nigga. Like these feminists always keep saying, you know, let's when a whole man accountable is always a whole man accountable, motherfucking. Oh, it's always the man's fault, ass nigga. That's how you're coming, bro. I can't even call you, bro. I smell the filth of the demon all over you. No. Nigga. All you niggas want to play dumb and shit coming in space and shit want to play dumb, acting like them. You don't know what the hell's going on with man and shit and why men are not want to fuck with these bras and build or put into the community and all that shit. No, y'all need to be cussed the fuck out. And dismiss, go. It's 2023. Shit is so fucking obvious. It's ridiculous. Of the wild nature of these damn evil ass succubus women. I mean, like, how many more examples, you know, it's going to take, dude? For you motherfuckers to finally wake up and realize, hey, you know, damn, I need to take this fucking blue pill chip out. But it's so hard for you to. And because of your desperate need for pussy, and putting all and trying to find all your honor and all that shit and glory through pussy, you come out being like motherfuckers like this here. Being a part of the Simp Force. The Simp Force Army. The Simp Enforcers. And it just so happened to be that this motherfucker came out the Chicago division.
Cynthia G, me saying Cynthia G is a sister or a Cynthia G type is the sister is the least of your worries.
No.
How, sir? I mean, well, it's at least my worries because motherfucker, I ain't worried because nigga, hey, shit, I'm a man that's so aware, solidly aware of it all to this degree, nigga, know what's masculine and true and righteous, nigga, to know, nigga, not to have such niggas like you in my damn camp that says such dumb shit. No, I'll render a bitch like okay to your like to such a great endearment to where you want to call her a sister. No. Especially these same bras that want to dance on the grave of great men such as Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, rest in power. Hell no. Sister, I don't even liken him to a fucking woman. You hear me? What is it? A creature. A creature that temporarily escaped from hell.
Then myself, I have one biological child, and I was married, and we planned to have him. I don't have any children out of wedlock.
Let me ask SimpRilla this: what should we be building?
Family.
I love when y'all chuckle at this question, right?
Family.
No. Listen. No. I didn't say
family.
you. I didn't say
one mic, yo. One mic.
I know what I'm saying. We should be building families where the children respect the father and the mother, and they go on that same thing. You know, there's a lot of people that have college and they got their pretty diploma on the wall, but I'm like, a college degree is meaningless if it's not putting money in your pocket. Me being a 20-year-old high school graduate from the ghetto, but ended up like what, an 800 plus FICO score club, outstanding credit.
It is. Listen, I wasn't asking about your mathematics.
You did.
No, once again, I wasn't asking about that to down.
Yeah, we're gonna skip some of that. Yeah. Matter of fact. I think it was here where the video cut off. Let's see. Fucking wait. Well, I'll do this. Stop and share again. Stop and reshare. But yes, I believe that's the point.
Keep it. I'm gonna mute you, man.
Okay, no, one statement real quick. If I go to iResently for a whole year, if not, okay, so I guess that I'm not a black man present in my house because I'm in the military and I got to go to a combat zone for 12 to doggone 17 months in a row. Holla back.
Well, unless your house is in Iraq, in that combat zone, then no.
Yeah, we gotta skip that.
I do deal with some of them, and I do deal with the results of their unruliness. You know, and quite frankly,
again, fair use.
Now, you don't have to directly come across something or be with something in order to see it as a problem and attempt to solve it. For example, people donate to starving children in Africa without never being to Africa. People donate to childhood literacy without ever meeting a illiterate child.
Good point, GC. Good point.
People donate to, breast cancer without having breast cancer. You don't really have to have a direct connection to something to, one, know it exists, and two, want to solve that problem.
Right.
Let me ask you this, GC. So I know it's okay for us to do it because we're Black people, but do you think Pearl was out of line to do it?
To do what?
To talk,
yes, she was
on uncooperative Black women.
Yeah, I do.
It doesn't matter. Oh, you think
In the way that she did it, absolutely. Or I didn't even know she was speaking on uncooperative Black women. To be perfectly honest, but
I would have said. I just remember it said Black women something.
no, it hits different when it comes from somebody like Pearl. Granted,
Yeah.
So.
And y'all, and to be clear, this stream was originally about just Pearly things, and Chicago really got on here, to talk shit basically against people who were speaking for Pearly things, trying to step in his pro-blackness or all, but can't really say, bro, you're pro-black man when you're not pro-man. You know what I mean? And being pro-man means not having your balls in a bitch's purse. You wouldn't be coming against brothers or they're speaking against, they got the balls, to come on here and to take a stand against these bitches and their bullshit by putting their asses on blast. And advocating for man, and their happiness, and them making great accomplishments. You're speaking against that. You can't play hot and cold. And those kind of men that do, I don't want them around me, period, whatsoever. They're untrustworthy.
But it's the same with Melanie King. How can she talk about uncooperative when she lost custody of her kids in a divorce, which almost never happens in a divorce? Normally, the child or children are awarded to the mother and the man pays child support. Not in Melanie King case, but
she's Black.
I had a buddy of mine that went through that. He got custody of his kids.
Right, but normally on the norm, that doesn't happen. Now,
I will
but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the
I
norm.
will say that I don't see much fault in a white person talking about white contributions to Black issues, and not necessarily Pearl, because I know what she was doing from what you're describing. But a white person saying that our constant support and welfare is destroying Black families and causing this particular behavior amongst Black women, I think that's okay.
While not looking at the 69,500,000 white people that are on welfare.
Yeah, well, that
all right,
too.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that again.
Well, that too. Nevertheless, they're bringing that up as an example of what could happen to their own community. So I don't see a particular problem with that. No.
I mean, that's like when Paul Mooney did that joke about the Jerry Springer show. Saying, "What you?"
I want to get on this to talk about your boy Chicago Rilla or SimpRilla.
Octavius, I wanted to know what you define as pro-Black, but I wanted GC to get his thought out. My bad.
I have a question for GC as well, but continue.
What do I define?
You want Octavius to answer first? Go ahead.
Concerned about what's going on outside the race that might be affecting us, i.e. Pearly. But when it comes to dealing with shit that's in-house, they tend to make excuses to be fair, they do make excuses for black male dysfunction too. So that's just to be fair. But the problem is in-house at the end of the day. Before we can deal with anything, with any external problems, we have to, most of our problem is in-house. The fighting, the gender war, like we got mad issues. If we dealt with that.
For example, what you're talking about, real quick, and what you're talking about, right, is like, and we remember what 2 years ago, y'all probably remember that woman, the sister that deleted her son over SD card, and the father said she was a good woman. She's still a good mother though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's
let
like
me ask Chicago
you
Rilla
were
this:
a crack fiend, you were a black queen.
Chicago Rilla, do you feel that the black community, the black ADOS community or FDA community, would benefit from having more cooperative women?
Of course.
So
and let me be clear too. I don't
also
identify as FBA, ADOS, all that's gang banging to me. But let me be clear on that. And I wanted to ask really quick. It's gang banging. It's gang banging. So I also wanted GC, please do not lose your point. Just if Youngblood could come, Octavius, I wanted to know what you define as pro-black, but I wanted GC to get his thought out. My bad.
I have a question for GC as well, but continue.
What do I define?
You want Octavius to answer first? Go ahead.
Just people that's more so concerned they're concerned about the black diaspora. It don't necessarily have to be ADOS or whatever. And their concerns are everything that's affecting the circumference of the black community. Not necessarily what's going on in the inside. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're concerned about, like I said, external enemies, white supremacy, those people that talk like that. That's who I would define as pro.
Like who would be some of the faces of that? I just let me clarify this since Octavius went first, if you don't mind, GC.
Who would be some of the faces of that?
Yeah, when you say
I would say who's that guy that one guy that's going hard against Pearly? Black something. What's his name? It's something black.
Jason Black.
Jason Black. Yeah. He's one that he's so concerned about everything going on the outside. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the majority of his channel. He recently started talking about the gender war but most of his streams were about politics and stuff like that. And there's others too. I think everybody knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to assume. No, I never, and we talking as men, I never want to assume. So when I get identified as a pro-black, when I think pro-black, I think Black Panthers, I think Nation of Islam, FOI. In this day and age, I think Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar. I think of those people as pro-black. I understand.
Right.
Well, hold on. I understand what those brothers are saying. I may implement, or some of our ideologies may overlap, but I don't fully agree with that. I don't spend my time focused on what white folk are doing. I practice group economics in real time. I invest in my community real time.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. The reason why I say I'm pro-black is because I'm for my people first, and that's instinctive. Every other group has the instinct for self-preservation, except for us. Like,
okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I look at. Let me just say this. I look at pro-black sometimes as like black supremacists.
What's a black supremacist?
Dr. Umar is another one.
I wasn't finished.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Let's finish, y'all.
No, it's all right. Yeah, I was saying, I look like anybody else look at him like that, like black supremacists besides me?
No, I just look at him as doggone soapbox speakers for a buck attention, and that's all they're doing. They're not doing nothing. That's like the Congressional Black Caucus. It's all black, it's all Democrat. It came to fruition in 19.
Shitty pro-blacks. You dwell in falsehood because you claim you're pro-black, but you're quick to sleep with your best boy, you know what I mean? Your best friend's wife, girlfriend, dirty macking, and then turn around due to certain circumstances. You want to throw up the pro-black flag? Nah. When you feel with nothing but grimy nature, no, you're not to be taken seriously.
Has been able to tell me what the Congressional Black Caucus has done meaningful for Black America yet.
So I want to say something to what SimpRilla was saying on pro-blacks and attempting to preserve yourself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What's going on now, and this is quite unfortunate, is that, and it's well and good to do that. Black women collectively has decided to weaponize that against us, meaning that if they feel that you want to reproduce yourself, then they have cornered the market on you, both sexually and family wise, and they will quote unquote leverage the box against you and laugh gleefully on their streams while they do that. So yeah, it's nothing wrong with.
Yes, I mean, and in short, what he's basically is saying is that yeah, because they have they cornered that, meaning they've been given such power over that, in those areas of family and relationships and all that, to the point to where if you just relinquish onto her, all of you, without having any regard to yourself, then you're going to end up getting swallowed into that hole, which is the dealing with the system. This system is fixed, in being against family and what it means to have a family. And that's by the man having such power and governance in his household. And it's sad because then we can't have that. So therefore, how can you have a community and be all pro-black when you ain't willing to speak against that shit, man? Because of the ways of these women and, and this power that they want to flaunt that's been given to them by the powers that be. Weak man. They've established it to where they don't want that. They don't want families. So they use it, to their advantage. But it's all to no avail because in the end, they're going to end up being the cat lady. Dumb bitches thinking them that their youth and all that shit is all going to still be intact. Even when they 50, somebody's going to want them. Somebody's going to marry them. All because, of all the damn simps in the world. And you dumbass bras, hey, y'all going to learn. Y'all going to learn, damn it, hell, that it's way better than dealing with a masculine man that is so secure in himself to the high point to where he don't need your ass. He'll dismiss you with no problem when you come with such fuckery. To show, bitch, hell, that he is not desperate and thirsty for you as a blue pill beta male simp mangina will be. These motherfuckers of whom you will have to worry about Because if when you try to pull such fuckery, whatever, to playing with the motherfuckers' emotions and shit, and then fuck around and get tired of his ass, and then now you ready to continue on hopping on different cock carousels and shit. Oh, so what? Guess what? You fuck this man's life up to the point where he's ready to get your ass and shit, because bitch, he's thinking that, man, you got him fucked up. Oh, so he's such a simp to where he's not securing himself to know them, hey, to let the bitch leave. When first of all, that mean he shouldn't be dealing with such a woman in the first place. Being willing to give his all to the bitch, putting this bitch first before him. It's a damn shame we have man that's willing to come out and speak against man like that, man. Now the bullshit I done dealt with now who I deem as males, yeah. Man who I used to hold dear as a brother, but I'm now exiled. I ain't putting up with none of y'all shit. For man or woman. And that's the real man shit right there. Let's get back to it.
With wanting to preserve yourself, if both genders within that ethnic group want the same thing. However, that's not the case here. So many men are going to have to do whatever's necessary to preserve a portion of themselves, if not the entirety of it.
Yeah.
I think we. Go ahead. My bad. Who's that? Glock?
Yeah. Just to answer what you were saying, yeah, Dr. Umar is definitely one. Tariq Nasheed is definitely another one. Their problems are dealing with everyone else. Dr. Umar, in particular, he advocates for black men to be with black women despite the dysfunction, from what I'm gathering from him. And from you, what's your name? Chicago-rilla? Yeah. Yeah. From you seemingly feel, at least this is what I'm gathering from you. I don't know you. I really don't know you too much. But the accountability aspect, you feel like black men shouldn't check any bad behavior. You feel like men should check men, women should check women. That to me, that's a flaw. I feel like that's a flaw because every other race of man puts their women in check. You have the Arabs, you have the Asians, even the white boys did it.
And you will be right on that one, my little lad. Other nations of men are not putting up with such fuckery, whether it be from man or woman. If there's any dysfunction in their household, in their kingdom, there's supposed to be a peace and order according to what he chooses to set. He is going to check that shit and make sure it gets corrected. So when the women's out of line and shit, especially his daughters, you think, no. He's going to get on her, damn it. He's going to give her a talking. He's going to discipline that ass. And you see, and because the mother and her honoring the father and following his structure and his guidance and wisdom, she's going to be stern with the daughter on her end and not play the side as the mother that we typically see, as mothers typically do, as we see in real life and on TV, that wants to be all just super soft and just weak and given into the desires and the fuckery of the child and just getting in the way of the father exacting his discipline and wisdom which is paramount in all family structures. Fuck that 2 dad and 2 mom shit.
You know, women couldn't even vote at one point, and that's when America was extremely successful despite the racism. You feel me?
Assume way too much about other races. We don't know any other race that randomly checks.
Oh man, you see? Do y'all see it, man? Like, oh, with this nigga, man, just he does this shit. He does this shit on the Lapeef show repeatedly with this plain dumb shit. Like I said, this shit is 2023, man. There is so much shit out there, so much content, thousands of hours of content revealing that the nature, the true nature of these succubus, these demonic ass women. That's all for destroying the natural, proper family structure. And all their ways of them trying to make men feel less than, trying to emasculate the man. All this shit out here, man, that's detrimental to a society when it comes to these fucking women and their fuckery and evil ways. You want to say that dumb shit. What society we know that out there that the disciplines they went, motherfucker, there's plenty of examples of that. Google it, YouTube, motherfucker. Japan to a certain great degree, especially too in their when dealing with their history, going back to their history and shit. Always since then, they got their own modesty that they uphold and shit. So, but still, like, ain't no nation without problems, though. Just some are worse than others. Hell, from what I hear, just other countries, Thailand, Colombia. If a man wasn't checking their women, making sure they stay in check and in a line, there was a man doing that and, coming forward to say and yapping, and point out the problems of their women, like we are. You think if it was at that level, that magnitude, you think that that there'll be brothers like such as Black Men Travels and One MT, and One Master Teacher, Dennis Jean Pierre, and multiple other men, the shout out to the Passport Bros, who are coming out them and just with and bringing forth a great witness of their accounts, of all their travels, spreading hope and peace among men, and bringing them forth to the realization that they can have peace elsewhere, that there is other places that you can go to instead of feeling like that you're bound to this fucked up nation. These brothers wouldn't exist if that was the case. If men in other countries was not checking their women and allowing them to go all awry and all that shit, like men do here, like men have done here and continuously doing so. Hopefully the sound and everything's coming through.
What are you talking about?
Show me.
What are you, look at that? Look at that. Arabs. Look at the Muslims.
Are you
Look at
serious?
brother. They're in a
You're talking about like over in Afghanistan.
Leonard.
They're in a community together. They're in a community. That's where they check their women, within community.
Exactly.
You guys are jumping on YouTube talking about checking women that you don't agree with, that you have no connection to, and you think you're supposed.
Nigga, no, it's more than that, motherfucker. No, and you know it. They were putting these women on forefront, calling them out on their bullshit in their fuckery. Especially if a woman damn hell divorces a man over such a reason, and you know, and we just highlight the hell that she has put him through. No, that's not fucking complaining. That's strengthening that's all strengthening man's awareness of what the fuck is, and avoid such crazy ass individuals and certain acts. Simple. Don't be a Johnny Depp. Shout out to him. Salute to him. But don't be a Johnny Depp. Stop allowing these women in your fucking lives is filled with red flags more than the Chinese parade. Shout out to CGA. And hoping out of some small percentage, damn hell, that she's going to fall in line. Knowing it's destined to fail.
Supposed to produce a result. I get calling it out. I'm on record in public on platforms calling it out when I see it. I called it out on the platform plenty of times when I saw it.
All right.
Random.
Oh, so wait.
I'm not
One mic, y'all. One mic, yo.
I'm not walking up to see.
Okay. So
That's a good point.
Motherfucker, please. I will check a random woman anywhere. Make that clear. In this force, you got to be ready to check any woman in any place, in any situation. When she's coming forth with such fucking wickedness, which is outside of the realm of how a fucking woman should be. Meek, pleasant, kind. Can't no bitch tell me that she's any of that, any of those traits, any of those feminine qualities. When she's coming for them trying to fight you like she's fucking Sabertooth sister or some shit from X-Men. No, stop it.
shouldn't we say we at this point? Because you're saying you all are doing something, but you say that I check women as well. So wouldn't you
Brother,
say that
in my real life, listen, in my real life, in my community, I do. I don't know what y'all do because all I hear is Rilla. Well, now you're saying you don't check women. You think I've said men should check men? Yeah, that's why I'm gonna make the investment. You know why? Because if Octavius come and say, "Hey man, Rilla, you was awful," and I don't even know him. He just said, "I don't know you. You don't know me." I'm already said, as men, we know how to deal with each other, right? GC, if you check me on something, you know what I'm saying? I could accept it or reject it, right? But I'm gonna have to take that. I've been on record on these platforms plenty of times saying, man, you know what? I had to come back. I had to rethink that. You know what I'm saying? I got new information, so I had to make the adjustment. We understand the amount, the expectation that we have on each other as men to be accountable when we're not, you either going to accept it or reject it. It just baffles me. I've been doing this 2 years. We still having this conversation.
Nigga, and one of the results of it is that a lot of women have been gravitating towards men, men who are of good quality, is no bullshit, and is about taking care of their business and all that good shit. With a focused frame at all times, unwavering, no matter what kind of bitch come his way. And tell this to show that this is how men should be. And when we continuously bring things to light to man, and it can serve as great reminders, which is cool, it helps keep us man sharp, So, shout out to the manosphere, for the Black manosphere, for everybody, continuously to put out this info in revealing the nature of these broads, which comes in the form of a tempest, if you will. And when it comes to being an ability to destroy a man's life, to destroy fucking kingdoms, So shout out to the big bros and everybody in the manosphere, the Black manosphere, and shout out to the habitual line steppers. Salute to Brother Kev over there, the Black man being brutally honest. Subscribe to him too as well. And it should make you just sharp as a man, period. With your wits, your wisdom, your knowledge. And you are choosing to let that be on a continuous cycle of growth to reach such a high degree to the highest than what you ever thought of. And the idea of you allowing a woman to come in and disrupt all that, it's laughable to you. And when we teach men this, and telling them that this is how you must be, and not allowing yourself to be bewitched by these demonic creatures and their sexual prowess or their sexual ways. To not put such any value in her coochie whatsoever. To not seek your glory through her coochie. Shit's empowering and therapeutic. Because it awakens you to see the real nature, true nature of these. Damn. That I'll be wasting away my life and shortening my life by allowing myself to believe that I have to go through such great strides in obtaining such a damn status and feel like I have to give it and believe that I have to give it over to a woman because she got some twat? Give her half? Or just, allow myself to be, to think that that's cool. That should be the natural way of things. To think that it's okay to allow these women to think, okay, they can go and plan and, hey, that to only be married to a man 3 to 5 years or whatever, you know, before they end up divorcing him and shit and trying to take his money. There's too much of a high gambling chance to place any bet in any of the women here in this damn country. Right here are good women. I don't give a damn. Look at these laws and shit that are in place. So where this bitch moves one finger, this bitch can call forth the force of all these damn simp enforcers, including the fucking police. Which a lot of them have used at their disposal with no problem. And those that have not yet, they just haven't made the choice yet to do so.
I'm not talking about.
He just said he had 6 women that he checked in his life. Like he dealing with 6
he's dealing with 7.
Like, what the fuck?
Brother, this is why I say y'all need to listen. The brother said he's dealing with 6 uncooperative women.
Exactly.
Okay, so where did you hear him say he checked them?
He's dealing with them, right? GC, go ahead. Talk
How
about
old are
it.
you, Octavius? How old are you?
Go ahead. Yeah, talk about it, GC.
Octavius, how old are you?
GC, go ahead and talk about it.
So we're gonna avoid that question. Okay.
The bottom line
Yeah,
up
because
front.
I asked you how old you are, brother. You don't have to disclose. I get it, but I'm just asking you. I want to know.
Okay, well, I mean, he don't wish to disclose, and that's fine.
Exactly.
Bottom
line up front.
It really don't matter. If you're trying to create, if you're trying to make it clear that a behavior is bad, it really doesn't matter. I don't know what you mean when you say randomly, but I mean, I don't see what you were getting at when you were saying y'all, because you were saying that I check black women as well, and then you said, but y'all, and then you said
you seem to be an intelligent brother. I just made a whole case about listening, right? So what? Tell me. You're telling me what you heard me say, and I'm telling you.
I was just doing that
in my community, in my real life. Yeah. I don't jump on panels with random women that I don't know, don't have no connection to, no covering over, trying to check them and expect to hold them accountable.
Nonsense.
Who did I check? Hold on. Was that right? Who did I check on the Latif panel?
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, GC, you've been cooking for a minute, bro. Hold on.
Plenty of times, bro. Plenty of times.
Okay, let's do this. You don't believe in checking.
GC.
All right.
Bro, you just did an hour conversation with Brother Leonard over nothing. Please, brother, just
let him finish it. Then GC, you can go after him, man.
No, I just wanted to hear what Ray was saying.
Come on. Yeah. Plenty of times I watch you on there, man, trying to play grandfather with those females, man.
All right,
Courtney,
Michelle.
Michelle, Kayla.
When did you see me check Kayla?
Kay, a bunch of our then you'll come and being on the defense and in the defense force for these damn strags. So I'm like, damn it. So it's like I'm dealing with a double-minded man here. Make up your mind, bro. I don't like double-minded men. You know what I mean? Don't tell me you're gonna stand strong and you can't be man first and be with the strag, man. You know what I mean? And then no, you gotta take a stand, bro.
So brother, when you're done with the ad hominems and calling people out their names or whatever, you just named a bunch of women that I sat on a panel with. I asked you to show me where you see me checking those women. You ain't never seen me listen, bro, like this is wild to me. But guess what? I got it.
Nigga, yes. I mean, and the reason being is because, motherfucker, you know it's true. And you want to back out now because a thought quickly came to your head when you realize, motherfucker, hey, maybe I should rethink that or recant because, JR did, JR did, have been doing clips. You know, he's notorious for that. So he's in the making clips. You know what I mean? So, and he's been doing it for a long time. I think even before Reels became a thing like that, he's been making clips of his long live streams, and there were sections, you know, for basically everybody. You know, he titles it to such and such goes off on Anton. Chicago-Rilla goes off on Anton. Chicago-Rilla goes off on Kay and Kayla. Yeah, I mean, all this shit he's doing, you know, allowing his blood pressure to go up high with females. You should know that it's not about being a feminine, submissive woman, a true feminine woman that a man wants, that a man needs in order to form a strong family structure. You allow yourself to blow a gasket when it comes to dealing with these women. The shows on the damn panels. Because what a brother BOA and Black Rum always say. This shit's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's actually a little feminine. That's part of us men allowing them to suck the life force from us. Is when we allow ourselves to engage in such heated discussions with these people. See, because a man can come forth with bitch-made tendencies, feminine tendencies, and argue with you like a woman will do, all because that's how he's been taught. Is by women. How to respond in man-to-man situations from the eyes of a woman. So therefore, no, you gotta choose to not let none of these motherfuckers raise your blood pressure up, man, and get in a heated back and forth with them and shit. This shit here is, it's mild to me. Like I can handle this shit at this level. But to go on like hours upon hours of, and just the whole cycles of just the same shit. No, I'm not talking to a fucking brick wall here. No, I'm not gonna be like a lot of you niggas. Niggas be sweating on these damn panels and shit, trying to convince these damn bras to see reason. Trying to convince them in them not being a wild ass hyena. Yeah, that's you. That's the community man right there. That's the community man for you right there.
Because in the 2 years outside of Kevin saying, all we do is call stuff out, fam. You're not holding nobody accountable.
So you can't hold men accountable online either, then, because you seem to check men online, from what I'm gathering.
Well, so and this is again, man. And we get on these platforms and we speculate, bro. You don't know what my conversations offline look like with brothers.
Bro, you just said men hold men accountable, right? You're doing it online.
This is why.
This motherfucker's a lie, man. Dude, y'all can go to the Lapeef network to do streaming. Shout out to him, JR, to the Lapeef. Shout out to him. Go there and just type in Chicago Rilla, the Lapeef, let's talk. And it'll be a whole section that'll come up of where it's nothing but a whole column of all Chicago, of all shorts about of Chicago Rilla and his feuds and shit, of all the times of him getting into it with some of the other panelists, including the women. And you'll clearly see on there when you go in there, you'll see him going back and forth with these females, rocking back and forth in his chair, rubbing his fucking head and all that shit. Just that's not masculine, motherfucker. That's not remaining your masculine frame. To remain in your frame, motherfucker, is to not allow yourself to get rattled by the true nature of these women, of the shit that's set in stone, shit that you can't control. And I don't understand it to no degree. It makes no fucking sense. Of your ass allowing yourself to catch high blood pressure, hell, and arguing back and forth with these damn Wigatrons.
Why I asked you how old you were, so I would know who I'm speaking.
So you can do a gotcha moment. Like,
no, I don't need a gotcha moment, brother. I said
No, it's to discredit what you're saying.
No, it's not to discredit. Listen, you see, come on, bro. The same way you just said.
So yeah, I mean, he checks. It shows it where he's checking women all the time. That's what you'll see in there. He calls himself so-called checking men. No, he's just going back and forth with men. And you'll see also where the women try to butt in there too. No. Or on my panel over here. Oh no. Woman silence. Two men are talking. Yeah, you're in the hall of man right now. You got to, you got to fall back and wait till your address.
Up there and said you wanted to understand this brother's level of skill set in math. I'm saying I want to know who I'm talking to. Okay, period. It's okay. It's really okay. You got it. You're right. I don't check women. I don't check men. I don't do nothing. I don't have no results in my real life and online life. Y'all got it, but have at it. Let me know anything. Let me know how that works out, though. I'm genuinely interested.
All right, thanks.
You cannot check
Now,
if you're not providing food, housing, and
All right, no. Tell me how that works out for you. Okay, let me guess. Maybe Chicago Rilla, SimpRilla, maybe you are coming at us like this because of all your time, you spent in trying to check women in your in the beta male way, in the simp form. And the talk with authority is let what you say to be said, damn it, and that's all there is. Why continue going back and forth with a woman over something that you state set in stone of what you will and will not do and what you of and what you are about? Why? And point out the truth of what the hell's what and what the hell needs to be done and what the hell needs to be stopped. Just let it be known that one time. So I'm thinking because you failed to do so, you became so exhausted. So therefore now you're coming over here on Little Sis Sweet Melodies Media's channel, our panel, telling us to be exhausted and talking about these bras and checking them just as you were exhausted. No, sir. No. Unlike you, we have our balls that mean we let it drop all the way, damn it, to the middle of the fucking earth with these damn bras and giving it to them the fucking raw. And taking our stance and not allowing women to suck the life force out of us by choosing not to deal with their ass. Thus, shout out to Edward Anderson, us exercising our power of choice. And us doing so, we are tired of men like you trying to derail men for going on such paths. Paths of greatness. Path of greatness without having your balls in a bitch's purse.
You're in no position to check them. Bottom line of
What if a woman comes at you incorrect and you just shopping trying to get groceries and she's giving you attitude and she's supposed to be a clerk. They're supposed to present up with pleasantness and all that shit that will bring you back to the store, or not give you attitude that will make you not want to go back to that store.
Okay, I'll simply say this. Enjoy your day job.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will. I've done it many times. I'm like, up every day.
Bullshit, man. Don't ever listen to motherfuckers and talk to you, say shit like this to you. You hear? As a man, and all what's natural as a man, as the type of man you should be, which is what I expect you to be. The type of man I respect is a man that takes his stand, never stand on his own 10 against all kind of forms of evil and unrighteousness and dysfunction, especially when shit's being directed towards him. And it can come to you and you not having to feed, clothe a woman like this old motherfucker is saying. No. It can come to you in the form of a woman. This is a clerk at a store, and you just trying to shop, get groceries, them, and go about your fucking way. But instead, no, you met with all kind of fucking forms of of all fucking feminist mentalities and shit and all kind of deranged actions. Come on, bitch. No, you're acting all opposite of what a pleasant woman should be, especially at a damn job. This is to teach you to be of service. At a place where you're supposed to be of service and the spirit of service to serve others. You fell in that to show, greatly that you are no good to be able to be of service to a man in a relationship. So whatever, when a woman comes to talk to you, try to talk to you in a kind of way, trying to give you all kind of attitudes and shit, no, you checks that shit and all what's proper. Fuck all that other dumb shit, like what this old drunk nigga is saying. So we're gonna ignore his ass.
See, this is the problem. That's the problem.
Is this thinking?
Why go through a whole long argument about something? It's just like I said, I got to go to Home Depot and pick up some gardening stuff. Say that as a cashier that's like, be like, okay, fine. You enjoy your day job because I'm living lovely like, and I only have to get up and figure what I'm going to do today to interest myself. I'm going to go to Home Depot and get some garbage.
So it's this type of thinking.
Winning?
Jesus.
Who's winning?
All right.
So
all
it's
right.
this type of thinking that is the reason that that they have terms like "who gonna check me, boo." You see, what the brother just said,
and they are right. But hold on, you just said something
Leonard,
powerful.
Leonard, hold on.
Thank you.
Said something powerful.
Stop interrupting. Is what led the women to the conclusion, "Who gonna check me, boo?" Now, and it's because for whatever reason, black men feel that they need to give them money in order to check them. And black women, in taking welfare and things like that, say, okay, I renounce your checking. I do not wish to be checked. I want to behave in an unchecked fashion. And therefore, I am no longer under your rulership because I have the white man's welfare. Now, what I do is I tell brothers, this is the way that this is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a group of women who prefer to be, who prefer to remain unchecked. I tell them that so that they can act accordingly. Do not try to build a society, a community, et cetera, with a bunch of unruly bitches.
Exactly.
That refuse to accept the rulership of any group of men. Period.
Yeah, but
I have a
Echo, what was that?
So you see, to be at the ready to understand against that simple truth, which evolves around a man, damn it, he'll obtaining his own peace and happiness, damn it. And part of that is a man desiring to have a fucking true, fucking natural, traditional fucking family. And you want to be the man to try to rise up against that? But what's that say about you? That's just no. No, you can't smoke my weed. No, you can't ride in my car. No, leave me alone.
That's probably me, my bad. But I had a question. Game change. You said you have
muscular talk. Let everybody mute up when husky muscular talk, bro. All right, go ahead.
Now my question is,
go ahead, Hustle.
and you said you have uncooperative women. Now, what you mean by uncooperative? Be more specific. Are they impulsive? Are they disrespectful? They don't listen to what you have to say? Because I met at least one chick who act like that around me. I cut her off. So define what you mean by uncooperative. Well, based on your experience.
Everything you said.
It's around 6 of them, and they refuse to cooperate with whatever.
Not being specific.
Whether it's the corporate structure under which they're under, whether it's with their husbands or anything, they refuse to cooperate with men.
You really know they're not cooperating with their husband, but he hasn't left.
Yes.
What husband?
That's what he just said. Married women that are not cooperating with their husbands.
Amongst the 6 I was referring to, Octavius, some are wives of my friends.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wives of your friends.
Yeah, and those are men that feel entrapped. All right.
Isn't that what you said?
Those are men who feel entrapped and or / cucks. Motherfuckers that's okay with his wife slapping him inside the head sometimes and making him sleep on the fucking couch and shit whenever she's upset with him and give him all kind of hell. Don't make meals for him on a regular as she should. And all those and the whole nine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Okay, so why leaving if they're with uncooperative women?
He's a slave to his desire for family and community, like so many black men, which is why I'm here.
Boy, you got the goalpost moving thing.
That's a good point.
Struggle thing down to a science, bruh. I applaud you.
Yeah, how you? Yeah, we
Right,
cannot play
I
this motherfucker.
applaud
No
you.
mind.
But what was
We cannot play this motherfucker. No mind, this drunk motherfucker. He's talking about you moving the goalpost, motherfucker. The goalpost is moving, motherfucker, because your ass is drunk.
what was your?
moving the goalposts.
It's not, but
Because he has
It's not moving the goalpost.
no, hold on. He has an antidote for every doggone statement he makes.
answering questions is not
If
moving the
you
goalposts. But
see there you go. There you go. He has an antidote response for every response if you give him. If you ask him,
You trying to catch?
no, 1 + 1 = 2. We all know that,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
But
we
if
not
you ask
doing
him
that.
that,
Hold on, yeah, please give me grace. Let's skip this.
able to flourish without necessarily maintaining the race loyalty that existed in other Black communities of the time. Yes, thank you. And
I agree with you 100%.
All right, one more damn time. Because, I think Chicago really comes back in and this motherfucker always says much.
It's necessary in
Oh, no.
society,
Yeah.
right? But
No.
it's
Yeah,
not.
we done heard
No, it's
enough of this. Yeah, shout out to little sis Melody. Thank you, sis. Little sis, Sweet Melody Media. Go over there, subscribe to her. And make sure you show your support and respect. But yes, get to another video here real quick. It involves Chicago-Rilla, which was yesterday, of him hopping on BGS's panel. Shortly, though, as it was. Even though BGS kindly waited an hour for him after firing up a live stream, because Chicago-Rilla told him, hey, go ahead, fire it up. He agreed to show up, but was late, an hour late. He must have thought, damn it, he needed to go and ask permission from his partners, if he can go on the panel. Yeah, they did made it too easy for Game Changer. It's crazy, man. Yeah. I'm going to get to BGS's panel. Check that out. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then go to the. Then I got another one I'm going to cover. Totally opposite of Chicago-Rilla. Just another gentleman, another man that I want to hold accountable as well. Gotta hold these damn simps accountable, y'all. Let's see. Go here, get to it the quickest. Okay. Go to BGS stream. There we go. Thank you for bearing with me and me pulling this up. So, Giving it a second. And yes, see, man, I'm going to the place where Chicago Rilla manages to hop up, which is us going past an hour. No disrespect there, but shout out to Edward Anderson.
To the point where one of those women 8 to 9 months later was still trying to damage control.
Yeah.
You know how much damage that had really done. So but yeah, the manosphere was correct. I mean, that's just, I think what happened was that there are people within the manosphere who feel like they have to go back and forth on everything. And I give a big shout out to that Anton guy, because my brother's a firefighter. The best way to put out a fire is not to spray water, it's to destroy the oxygen. So he just, but yeah, I think the manosphere should take a bow and drink some wine and have a beer, whatever. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff right, and it's just a matter. I think BGS talked about 3.0 being a little more political, and I read Dr. T-Son Johnson's points, and I listened to Green Gorilla. I'm like, yeah, these guys are going to go a little more political, because if you want to change the child support laws and you want to get DNA testing, that's within your state. It's okay to go to the feds for it, but they're going to push it right down and say, well, this is up to your state. So, but yeah, shout out to Ed and BGS here. Marty, looking forward to the work you put in as well.
Thanks, man.
All right. Mr. Logic, you're next.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
We got you.
Oh, no. Actually, somebody sent me this video and the clip. It been messy. I ain't know y'all was live. So, I guess it was.
Why'd they send you the clip?
I don't know. I guess somebody put my name on. I guess it's got Marty. I guess he misquoted something I said.
I don't know. I don't know. What did he misquote?
It was a statement. It was a statement about the
misquotes. I don't do that.
Oh,
what did he misquote? If you said that he did, what was it?
Okay, well, first off, if you know anything about the military, don't nobody go nowhere for no 3 days.
Some people do. So, in fact, Chief Rocker, if you're on a boat, okay, and that is part of the military, you get Liberty Call. That's 3 or 4 days, okay. My brother my brother's retired Army, okay? And sometimes you do. You in port or you in someplace for 3 or 4 days. That's not everybody, but that's a lot of people.
Okay, but you said Army. Army don't have
No,
boats.
we said military.
Okay,
Say
but
Army.
what he said?
No.
I got you.
He said military, not Army. Okay, my brother's retired sergeant, 22 years in the Army. Okay, and I'll tell you this: military people, even in the States, do not need to live the same lives as the locals. Okay, they don't.
Okay, this is what it is though. So I can give you the skinny, right?
Okay.
So I retired also 22 years, right?
Okay.
So when I look at our stuff, I mean, because I think he was referencing this statement I made about the passport bros, right?
Okay.
Am I correct, Marty?
Okay, look, this is the way it's gonna run. Look, man, look, I'm gonna get okay. You know how to follow orders. You've been in the military, right? Okay. you know how to be direct. You're in the military. Let's get to bullet points and let's be direct. Okay. Now tell a story.
So the skin is this. The skin is this. The thing is that when you're in the military, you live in these countries. So when you live in these countries, it's no liberty call. It's no. You're actually engulfed in these countries when you're dealing with stuff like living in Japan, living in Korea.
And there's some, and then the thing is, Marty didn't say that. I said it, right? You do not live. You do not live the same life that a local will live, right? So if Marty's in there and he's going down there with the locals, okay, without the tether of the military, it's different. It's gonna be different. You're going to different cities, going different places, you're meeting different people. Okay, you're not down there with the locals. Okay, you're not living with the locals. When you go to eat, do you go to the bus station to eat?
No, you live and eat with the
No.
locals. I didn't did.
So in other
I'm
words,
telling you.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying, right? Because you have a base. You have a military base, right?
Yeah.
So a military base, you have everything you need. You got a grocery store, which is a commissary. You got a PX, which is like a Walmart or the department store, and you got a food court. So you don't have to. But a majority of the people go outside on the economy. Matter of fact, I'm in Germany now. I'm living in Germany. And guess what? A lot of soldiers that's here in Germany, they don't stay on base. They stay off base. A small percentage stay on base. But go ahead.
So when you retired, living in Germany, right? Okay, you live a different life than you did when you was in the military, do you not?
Yes, but my next door neighbor is in the military.
No. There's a but. There's a but. Yes, but no. You live a different life.
No, it's the same life. That's what I'm telling you.
It's a different life when you're retired and you're not tethered to the military. Okay.
But if you're talking about engulfed in a culture and you're actually being out in the scenes, it's the same. Like I said, I have the same opportunities I have to sit here and go to Switzerland, Netherlands, or whatever. My military counterpart have them same things. The same thing when I was in Korea. The same thing when I was in Saudi Arabia. You're not tethered to a military base.
You are tethered to a military base. When you go to work, where do you have to go back to? Who you have to report to?
Hey, yeah, I just want to pause and say a shout out to nobody. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Appreciate you. Thank you for donating to the Hanma Force. You know, we're keeping it strong and alive. Staying against feminism, but also exploring other things that are of interest to men. Things that involves nothing but greatness. Whether it be your hobbies, geekdom, and all that. So so thank you for your donation. No, Mr. Nobody. Or not Mr. Nobody, but nobody. Thank you for your donations. Appreciate you. Yes, and you can Cash App Ray Hanma. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yes, bro, and they know who we are. And you're right, they talk crap about the ministry all the time. So therefore, I mean, it's safe to assume that a lot of these haters, you know what I mean, of the manosphere and these guys, you know, they're who are haters, but coming to guys as if, you know, like they're brothers, we can safe to say, that they are subscribed as well to all of our channels. To be on the lookout for, any kind of topic, whatever they want to hop onto. And also, by the way, Mr. Logic, he is also an undercover simp.
But that's just like, that's a 9 to 5.
So if you're a 9 to 5 and you're not tethered to the military base, guess what? You're on your own. That's the difference. When you travel as an expat, you're on your own for the most part. Okay, you're not tethered to anybody. You have to figure it out on your own. Okay, you don't have to back up. You live a different life as an expat.
I'm telling you, brother, look, the same thing right now. I'm living in Germany. I'm a civilian, right? It's just like the soldiers out here. They go to work from 9 to 5. I go to work from 9 to 5. They get off at 5 and they go in and they engulf themselves in the culture. I get off at 5 o'clock. I go out and I engulf myself in the culture. And then guess what? And then after the weekend's over with, I go back to work. So the military is just a job. That's all it is.
No, it's not a job. It's not a job. It's a whole culture, man. Even in the States, okay? Even in the States, okay? You go, military operates and lives a different life than people even in the States. It's different. It's going to be different. Because who you report to, your duties, how you think, who you report to, all that stuff is different, okay?
Yeah, but you're talking about dealing with the same thing you can be said about actually dealing with a job.
No, it's not a job. It's a culture, okay? Being an expat, being say someplace where you don't understand the language, like being in the middle of Colombia or Guatemala or Brazil, right? As an expat, it's completely different than being tied to a military base, okay? Completely. You don't have a backup.
I'm out here now. I don't understand the language. I don't understand shit they be saying.
Okay, say take yourself out of the spot where you are. Take yourself to a country where you don't understand the language, right? And nobody speaks it, or very few people speak it.
Right now where I'm at, I don't understand the language.
Germans speak English, okay?
Some Germans speak English.
German, they teach English in German schools.
Yeah,
most
but
Germans
if you go out, in the population, a majority of the Germans do not speak English. So I got internet. I was trying to get internet connected to my house the other day, and then ain't no English operators.
How did you get it connected if you don't understand German?
I had to go to the hotel lady downstairs, and I had to give her the phone and translate to her what I need them to do.
So in other words, embed yourself in a small town where there's no language, where there's a language barrier, and see what happens. Different life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. I understand what you're saying.
It's not the same. It's not the same thing.
I understand what you're saying. That if you're in the military, you have some type of backup. You have some type of system.
You have a system. You're tethered to the military. You're tethered to the base.
Yes,
you're tethered. You can, if you get in trouble, you can make a phone call, right? You get in trouble. They gotta come get you. Okay.
Yeah, we follow the super agreement.
And there's places when you're in the military, there's places that they sanction you as far as towns that you can visit. Okay.
So little brother Juan G's.
You ain't got that. Okay, you're on your own. It's a different life. It's a different life.
Okay, I will agree to that. I will agree to that.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah, when it comes to being actually engulfed into because I made the statements on platforms, and I think it rubbed people the wrong way because they look like I'm just making a statement.
Well, everything in the statement I made rubbed you the wrong way.
No, it didn't rub me the wrong way. Because if it did, I just came up here and had a conversation. I ain't got no.
The thing is, you came up to clear something up. I'm around military people all the time, right? Where I work, I'm around military people all the time. There's a difference between an expat when I actually had to go out there and do it, than people in the military. I talk to them all the time. I got relatives through the military. I work with people in the military. I got a lot of people that are my subs are in the military. Okay. In fact, the guy V for V, captain. Okay, in the military. So I know what I'm talking about. Different life.
Well, I don't know who that is, but I'm telling you,
don't have to. We're gonna wrap it.
I mean, you guys coming on Big Bro BGS's panel, man, you just with such disrespect. When you should come forth with an open mind, for one, open enough to understand that, hey, you're dealing with a man that, that's filled with a great deal of more knowledge than you, seen more people than you. So it's, yeah, it will be in your favor if you was to be, if you were to be a wise man, it would be in your favor to listen to such a man. To listen to this man and not come on his panel acting like you are Mr. Know-It-All. It's not going to work. As if your info trumps his. When this man is simply telling you that, hey, he wasn't in the military, but he knows and quite closely to, other soldiers, other men and women who has been in the military. That gives him information, and that's aside from what the man has researched and regarding about the military. So you really can't say nothing against that. And just, y'all see the level of disrespect here. So
wrap it up after, because we have how many people watching, waiting? Okay.
All right. Even though you said my whole point I was making is that when you still deal with it, you still engulf in it. You know what I'm saying? If I go out here and do something stupid, you know what? It doesn't matter. Y'all got it.
Wait, can I address it, man?
In other words, you know what? I'll give you this, right? Because there's a difference. I can tell a military brat that was raised on a military base around military kids versus the regular kids. Okay, inside the United States, different life, different experience, Okay, different experience. I don't shit on traveling in the military. You should actually do it and see the world. But the thing is, there is a difference between an expat and a military guy. In fact, they have a name for you guys when you actually quit the military and actually stay in country, called going native. There's a difference.
It's called what?
Going native.
Yeah, what did you retire as? 22 years.
Army.
What
rank?
I retire as?
Yeah.
What rank?
E8.
Okay, and same as my brother. Yeah.
You E8. Why are you coming out here telling people that military travel is the same as a civilian going out and traveling somewhere?
No. That's what I see. If you listen to what I said,
you said that a military personnel.
Hold on.
You gonna let me?
Go ahead. Okay.
Matter of fact, who is this guy? So I know how to address him.
He's actually a captain. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about
I think is you Army or Air Force? I think you're Army, right?
I'm Army. I'm the same branch as him, so I'm just trying to figure out. He said that I listened to what you said. You said not traveling just like you going on vacation somewhere. You said that you going and being stationed overseas is the same, and we live in the same as a civilian outside of the post. Whether you staying on base or off base, we live in the same life as these people.
Yes, you are.
Am I incorrect in saying that?
Okay. I can't hear now. No.
All right. Last question. We got to go on to other people. I don't want to get this bogged down in this.
Because it's the same thing. If I don't, you said you're a captain, so I don't know how long you've been in. So, but have you ever been in Korea?
No, I'm a military brat. I'm 4th generation Army. So I just want to know what you said.
I just want to.
One time.
Context matters, man. And V clearly wants let me educate you, V, real quick. And that's not in a bad way. I just want to get you up to speed.
Yeah.
The issue with this is that Marty was on It's a Fantastic Stream. It was a couple of military folks on there in different branches. Shout out to y'all, shout out to Charles. And basically, Marty was dismissed, kicked off the stream because folks felt some type of way about what he was saying. I'm not even Logic was the controller of the stream because why Logic didn't kick him off. So I'm not saying that you. But the point is that the argument, the reason the military stuff is important is that you was using it as an authority mechanism to attack passport bros and call them all tricks, saying, I know what you're doing because we did it. Ain't that right? Fantastic. So that's the issue. So when you're coming in here playing semantics about the military stuff, we understand that there's different stuff. The real point is you use that as an authority mechanism in order to attack other black men. And that's why you got called to the carpet at that time. And keep in mind, it was 4-on-1, including the dude with the gavel. And yes, I have talked to Fantastic about this, by the way, on Bernard's stream. And what happened is because Marty was saying what he was saying, folks used the military shit as a weapon. Now, normally I wouldn't tell Marty's business, but Marty just retired from being a New York firefighter. He just posted the pics. So it's not like he don't have an understanding of putting his life in danger and a respect for that. But the thing is, it's like you can't say nothing about the military, so bye, motherfucker, because the reality is all four of y'all was on y'all heels.
All right.
That's the concept.
I'm gonna let him wrap it up and go move on.
No. You know what? No, it's good. It's good. I'm gone. I think this guy.
No, I'm gonna land the plane.
Okay,
no, I'm gonna land the plane right here. I'm gonna land the plane right here. Hey Ed, everything you said was correct, and you're right. I have been listening this entire time when Marty initially came in the stream and called it what it is. American Army men is what they used to call the original tricks. All right, I'm fourth generation. Back whenever they was staying in France, back when they was staying in Vietnam, back when they was staying in Germany, like somebody on here, and trying to don't learn the language, just over there with all the money that they made from the military and tricking off on these women that ain't got as much money as her. So I ain't got nothing to say to you talking about you want to say you the same as Marty going over somewhere that done made his money the way he's supposed to over here, whatever way he decided to make it, decided to go and travel the world without having to put in a mileage pass because you can't go over 150 miles outside of your post without approval. So I don't understand what you're talking about. What? You get to go to Switzerland, you get to go to Italy, and you in Germany. My parents met in Germany. Both military members. God. So I don't know what you're talking about. They was in Stuttgart. I don't know what you're talking about. You just get to go to these places. If I, your CO, tell you, Master Sergeant, that you ain't going nowhere this weekend, you ain't fucking going nowhere. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You know,
I mean, dude,
You got a minute. Return.
Yeah, yes, I appreciate you letting me come on. Thank you.
No problem.
That was actually cute because I'm in Stuttgart now. Hey, for the brother, I think Edward. Hey, thanks for the context because now I know where this all stemmed from. At first, I didn't know. I remember the stream was fantastic or whatever, and we was talking about the origins of the passport, bro. So now I got no beef. I got no smoke. It is what it is. Like I said, you can have difference of opinions, but when it all comes down,
you guys are the original tricks, though. For real.
We're the You think we're the original tricks?
Oh yeah, we know that. Bangkok, basically Subic Bay, okay, certain places in Japan. Yeah.
Now, if you want to say the white boys are the original tricks, then fine.
And talk about Australia, okay, we know. Hey, Mombasa, Kenya.
Look, watch this. Until you've been into these places,
it doesn't matter.
Think about this. I'm giving you context though. So I done heard
the stories. I heard the stories.
I know you heard the stories.
Yeah.
I know you heard the stories. But like I said, it's a level. I'm gonna give you this.
Okay, real quick.
If you go to Seoul, if you go to Germany, it's just like the military is just like anybody else. You're gonna have a small. Listen.
No, they're not.
God damn, you don't even hear what I said.
Mr. Logic.
You didn't hear what I said. You said
that ain't the same here. It's bullshit.
No, listen what I'm saying. You didn't let me finish. Now if you let me finish, you understand.
Okay, you got 30 seconds, man.
The military. I was gonna say the military is just like everything else. you will have a population that is part of the trick culture, right? Just like just being a civilian. It's a small percentage that's part of a trick. So it is what it is. But you know what? Salute to y'all, brother. Have a good one.
All right. Even marriage is not the same in the military base, man. It's not, okay? There's a whole different story getting married in the military.
I mean, the argument is that we got people. I mean, shout out to Grant, shout out to Charles Faulkner. I mean, even MOT. I mean, we got plenty of people in. I mean, even the general is over on here. I mean, the thing about it is, I'm not in the military, but I know plenty. We got people that's married to people in the military. We've had these conversations for years. And so we know, I'm not acting like I'm an expert one-on-one, but the thing about it is we have people to listen to us in the military. We know how that works.
Yeah, even getting married in the military is different.
Yeah, and Grant has been married, and Grant will tell you it's different. The reasons are different.
The stuff that goes on in the military when you get married and all the other bullshit, it's different than it is anybody else. Being in the military is a different culture.
And I'm not even trying to have smoke for logic, but the bigger point was you weaponize your look. You know me. I've talked about the military folks as far as pioneers to certain stuff when it comes to traveling, because people are doing it through history. You've done videos on when people found, love in Japan and stuff like that. Black men. So it's not an issue with that. But what he did on Fantastic's thing was he weaponized that as a way to talk shit about passport bros. And the reason he did that, I get it. He wanted to have his holding black men accountable. We gotta we can hold black men accountable. That's fine. But when we sit here and we start trying to weaponize that, for brownie points, that's not holding black men accountable. There's a difference. And and really Marty just brought that up. I only added logic in there because nobody knew who the fuck was going on. And yeah, it was fantastic too. It is what it is. I mean, it's not a big deal. It happened, whatever.
It is what it is. Anyway, Chicago Rilla's here. Took him an hour, but he's here. So
all right, here we go.
We're gonna give him the mic.
All this stuff wasn't for
I'm sorry, brother BGS. What does that mean?
Huh? You're late. You said you told me.
Yeah. So wait. All right. Now
respect. Well, you gotta show that respect, man.
Over an hour ago, I started the stream, and basically you were almost an hour late when you finally showed up.
Okay, brother. Respectfully, I don't know you. You don't know me. Now, I was trying to see what type of setting am I in. So if I know, and I had a feeling, but I wanted to know. So when you give the context of saying I'm late, brother, I didn't see you drop a link in Edward's chat. Somebody just sent me this link. Number one. Number two, I'm at work.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Ed said he what?
Well, Ed said he.
Wait, no, because I don't.
Hey! Stop that. Not here.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Respectfully, brother, I'm not your child, brother.
It ain't about that, man. It's about respect, dude. Coming up on a man's panel, dude. You should come humble.
What I did specifically was I shared the video on my page. So sharing it, and obviously if you got the notification that I was live, which is why you were on my stuff more than once, you should have got the notification. It also means you should have been looking for it.
He was bullshitting.
To actually start a stream, okay? And I said he was late.
Yeah, and that's my point. So it's like if you start a stream, then that means who BGS's channel is.
You basically
look for it. I mean, it took a couple of it took like maybe 5 minutes for you to do it, but you did it, and then 3 minutes later you were live. And I mean, I was blind. I'm out here buying, about to get water. I mean, what do we? And then as far as the late, I mean, that's okay, fine. You have a reason that you weren't here. You wanted to see what type of hostile. And let's be very clear about this. You assumed. You didn't want to see. You assumed. Logic was here for X amount of time. And this is what look, man, you want to come up, because shit, niggas want to come up on my shit again. But my thing is, we stayed. That's a respect mechanism.
Right.
We stayed all this time, and we didn't have to do that. What are you talking about?
In other words, we giving you an opportunity. We see what y'all are. If you don't want to be here, man, that's fine.
Right. The man could have fired up his stream talking about something else.
I opened up a stream so you can actually talk. Okay. We've been here an hour before you actually showed up. People asking where's Chicago Rilla?
Which is all the more reason why, damn it, he should come humble.
I said I'll start a stream. You said start a stream. An hour later, you show up. You're late. But now I see what you're on. You ain't got to be here. You ain't got to be here. So I ain't your child. I don't care about that. It's my stream.
I need to verbalize to see if you were really gonna be that way, how you was in the chat, and clearly you decided to be that. I mean, I'm not. I don't even control the gavel here. I mean, I don't know. Like, you the one saying drop the link 8 different times. Like, I'm saying something. I don't know what.
Now I'm gonna add you back. But the thing is, this is not gonna be confrontational like that. I said that you're late. We've been waiting on you.
No.
You gonna be confrontational or what? Are we gonna? I'm gonna let you and Ed talk. What do you want? It's up to you. Because I can do other things.
Right.
It's up to you.
You talking to me?
Yes, you.
Okay, then, brother. I'm asking if you're gonna facilitate, then remain neutral. That's what I'm asking.
Wait, you gonna tell this man how the hell he's
so now wait. It's your platform. You're right.
You can't ask me shit.
Okay, fair enough. Then you right. Then listen.
Do you
and
want
what I'm gonna ask you? Let me and Ed talk. Can me and Ed talk?
No, you can't until I finish.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
I don't want this to be confrontational, right? No fuck shit today, all right? All right? If that's cool with you, go ahead. Ask him what you're gonna ask him. I'm trying to facilitate. If it's gonna be this kind of haywire shit, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and nuke the whole thing, right? It's up to you. What do you want?
Yeah, are you referencing me?
Yes.
No shit.
So, I mean, am I allowed to talk to Ed now?
Sure.
Because it's your stream, it's your platform.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So now, so Edward, here's my question.
Oh, the disrespect.
Are you willing to go to a neutral site to have this conversation?
First of all, what is the conversation?
The conversation is around the fact that I've pulled up in your streams twice. I've asked very simple questions, and you went on a tirade. And I get it. That's your thing. That's what you do. Right? Cool. But you went on a one-way tirade, and both times I said, bro, just drop the link. I can pull up and explain what I'm saying.
Yeah, so hold on. Why didn't I drop the link?
I have no idea why, brother. I don't have no idea why.
I don't know the difference between YouTube Live. So do you know the difference between YouTube Live and StreamYard Live?
No, I don't do YouTube.
You don't know the difference.
I don't have a channel. I don't do StreamYard. No.
Okay, so I told you I couldn't drop the link because I was on YouTube Live. You can't drop links when you're on YouTube Live. I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, I said that at the time. I mean, time. And I'm literally driving while I'm talking. So apparently I'm supposed to run in oncoming traffic. You know, I can't see the chat 100%. But my point is, basically, a lot of this is almost like it's a manufactured shit. My battery is going down. What is your problem? Because you come in here with all of these slick shit got to say, but I praise you for the most part. I praise you when you weren't around. So my question is, what's the issue you got with me?
Hold on, brother. You sound real muffled, number one. And number two, that's the point where I'm confused at, because I didn't supported your channel, hit the like, subscribe, and hit super chats. So this, even how y'all started out the conversation with, I dropped the link or put some on your community page. That's why I'm here. No, somebody specifically told me that BGS was live. You need to get over there. I'm not subscribed to BGS. I don't even know who BGS is.
So dude, is that really you in my chat? Because I don't know now. Because it's almost like you're not paying attention to what was going on in the chat. What you talking about? Like, I didn't ask the link. So, like, you're making a whole bunch of something out of nothing.
I don't know BGS. I didn't ask him to drop anything.
Yes, you do know me, man. Stop. You talk before.
No, I do not. I don't know you outside of what Edward talks about.
No.
I'm not saying that disrespect.
We was on what's his name? Show together. What's his name? Shan.
Who?
I think his name's Shan.
There you go. This motherfucker's playing stupid again, as always.
in Hollywood, Shan?
Shannon Ross.
Shannon Ross.
I've never been on Shannon's channel.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Stop. All right, we're done. We're done. You asked me a question
We
about.
definitely can be, sir. I've never been on Shannon's channel on the panel with Shannon.
Yes, you have, man. Yes,
no,
you have.
Shannon is on King Talk with me on Tuesdays. I've never been on Shannon.
You have, man, with me together. You asked me a question. You asked you a real question, right?
Jesus Christ,
I did a reply. Stop, man. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Stop.
All right.
Anyway.
I thought so. Me and Ed,
I said before, I don't respond well to passive aggressive stuff, and every time I respond the way I do is for a reason. Basically, I'm sitting there having my stuff. You come in here with some slick shit, trying to put your dick on the table on my shit, and then like a victim when I doing that.
All right.
Exactly.
Like I can literally queue up every chat you've ever put up my stuff, and then with the reaction, it's not like I'm just, you make me sound like I'm just wilding out of nowhere.
Hold on, we're gonna have a conversation, right? We're not gonna have a fight, right? Now bring it down, bring the energy down, have a conversation.
Order.
No, I'm cool with Edward pulling up whatever he wants to pull up because the same way he confused, I'm equally confused.
Dude, it's not a confusion. Please don't.
You getting all this? Wait, hold on.
Dude, it's not nothing to be confused. Let's start with what happened today. You pulled.
Whoa. It's not a fight, okay? What is it you want to say to Ed and converse, okay? It's not a fight. It's not he say she said shit, okay? It's not a fight. What do you want to say to Ed? Now we're gonna unmute you guys.
I thought I was very.
No, you're not very clear. Let's have a conversation. Bring it down.
So, okay, no. Let's do this. Edward, are you willing to have the conversation at a neutral site?
Dude, we don't even know what we're talking about. That's my problem, and I told that's why
for the third time. So I'm gonna give it to you for the third time, brother.
Okay, so so go do this. Go over there and say no. Go over to where you want to go. And then say, I'm not willing to have a
you keep over talking me, bro. I answered your question
we're not gonna do this again. All right.
All right. So I'm not gonna say not. The answer is I'm not going to your shit so you can gang up on me. That's
okay. That's what I'm talking about.
So you want to leave off of that? Go ahead.
Hold on a second. In other words, what he's saying is go to a neutral third site to talk about what in detail.
So again, for the third time, again, this is the second time I've come in. I ain't new in Edward's space, right?
Now,
this is the second time I come in space, and the brother is doing okay.
What do you want to talk to him about? About
specifically how he addressed me with his one-way tirade when I'm asking a simple question. So whatever he didn't understand, we can be in a neutral space.
What is the simple
and
question?
Have the conversation?
What is the simple question? You hear?
I mean, yeah. What is a simple question? What is it, nigga? What is your problem? All right, like that's all they want you to state, dude. Whatever it is you're talking about for you and Edward to have private combos about whatever, you could easily state it right there. You know what I mean? Underneath all that damn breath that wasted breath you didn't use, them you could have used that to spit your shit out, to spit your issue, to be direct. You dancing around it and shit like those females be doing.
You're here now. What's the question? You're here now.
Exactly.
The first question I asked him, the second question I asked him, which was today, right? In his stream, I said, bro, he said there are black men that want to see the black manosphere dead. I said, bro, do you think that there's that many black men that want to see the black manosphere dead? And he started going on a tirade.
I stop. Hold. Answer the question. Stop. Answer. Now, whose channel is this?
Yeah, that's why I was saying we should go to a neutral
spot. To that statement, there's quite a bit of them. We want to consider those who was pro man, and pro hashtag man first and shit. And then they turned coded and then went back to their blue pill beta male side. They gave in to their blue chip. And yeah, and these men that are working under the control of these females who are now coming against us. Yeah, there's a lot of them that would like to see the manosphere burn. But it's not going to burn, you bitches. It's going to live on. Long live the black manosphere.
And obvious.
If that's what you want to do, email Ed for a neutral site. Unless you want to ask the question since you're here. If not, it's okay.
I answered it. Yes, and obviously. And then I went and explained basically, okay, you must not know what's been going on. And then you respond. I didn't go on a tirade at that point. You said second, oh, well, I'm not that invested in y'all. So this is the second time I said I don't know what's going on. I'm not invested in y'all. And then that's when I basically explained to you what was up. Here's the link, blah, 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 and started talking about how folks are basically jumping into shit saying how somebody's unimportant, yet you don't even know. You're making like this authority kind of thing passive aggressively, and you really don't even know the context of what I'm talking about.
Okay, respond. Now you have a conversation. Now we know what you want to ask him. You asked the question. Did he answer it?
Okay, so here's my point. And again, somebody I think it was the Jesse dude that said, don't mind it, Rilla. This is just what he does. I understand that about your.
Don't do that. Talk to him. Okay.
Yo, okay, brother BGS. I'm saying respectfully. I do know this your spot. I do know this your spot, and I want to respect your spot. So this is what I'm gonna do because I don't. I know you're trying to maintain order and control, so I'm gonna respect that about you. I'm gonna step out of the conversation. I'm gonna do exactly what you said, which is email Brother Edward, and we can agree on a neutral site where he and I can have the conversation. I don't have a space for him to
time. Hold on, Rilla. Don't waste the time. Don't waste the time. I'm talking to you. Because my thing is the fact that my video is up. It is still up. Both of the video. If you want, I will clip that shit in case you want to do a play-by-play or whatever. Clip just that part. Those two parts. It's very clear what I did, what I said, why I reacted, what I did. You feel slighted because you bringing Jesse and other people into it in the chat because I clearly told them to leave you, not mess with you like that. Because I was so all of this, there's nothing to really debate. Like you don't even have the information to even understand this shit wasn't even about you. You don't have the information to even know what I was talking about. So you're feeling slighted about something you don't have any context to because I go on my tirades because you think I disrespect.
Shorten it up.
So if that's how you feel, that's fine. I can understand why you feel that way.
He said, "How you feel? I understand how you feel that way." Shit, and yes, and it is a waste of time for him to do all that for when, he's just having a problem right now with following a very ordered and structured live stream versus from what the fuck he's used to. He's used to all that, all those voices clashing up on each other and shit because everybody want to go back and forth. You know what I mean? He's used to catching high blood pressure from doing that shit. So therefore he's getting all frustrated right now, flustered because he's not used to that order. And men who are not used to order are what? Dwelling in their in what they've been taught by the feminists to act all emotional and hot-tempered and unkept together and all that shit. Yeah, so
get in line. A lot of people feel that way, but understand that I deal with that shit on a daily basis.
I'm gonna let him respond.
I mean, it's almost like you want to get me told on another channel.
Ed, hold on. I'll let him respond. Okay. All right. Hey, unmute it. Go ahead and respond.
Yeah, brother, I'm not understanding why I keep getting muted when he wants to come in and talk over me.
You want me to tell you why? You're talking over each other.
No. I was in the middle of a
Don't
sentence
worry
and
about
he
that.
came
Just
in.
talk, nigga.
That's why I muted you. Let him finish.
Because I was in the middle of a sentence and he started in on his.
Really, we're not doing this, okay?
No, I'm asking.
Yes.
No,
You
we're
see him
not
going
doing
at
this.
BGS.
Respond to what he just said.
We should focus on Edward. Since you said you wanted to talk to Edward.
Yeah, I understand. Listen.
One at a time.
No, I get the one that I got that.
Thank you.
Well,
Now respond. Okay.
Yeah. I'll email you, Ed. And if you don't want to respond or you don't want to have a conversation, it's cool. I just didn't understand why you was going that route. That's all. So y'all have a good afternoon, fam.
All right. Peace. All right. I don't know why they involve themselves in our shit anyway. And with coming with that energy. Coming with that energy. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just catching up from the before. And see, this is what I'm talking about in terms of my angle, is a lot of these guys on these networks, they like to kind of push the social awkwardness of other people, right? That was a big thing when the travel thing. Oh, you guys are socially awkward. You don't know how to talk to people. And then here we see two people from the same network that had a lot of trouble about. I'm just like looking at it from the outside.
Shout out to Marty McFly. Go check him out. Subscribe to him. He's another brother who's a traveling brother, and he has a lot of shit he can teach you.
And then when you hop on these guys' streams, they kind of take this top-down approach. Like, it's like the Highlander syndrome, but they're not the top generals. They're like in the field workers. And certain guys, I call them potato peelers. They want to act like they're the bosses, but you're really like, it's 10 levels down, but they still, talk down to you. And then they say things like I said before, oh, you're socially awkward while you're traveling. And here we witness the social awkwardness at its
Yes,
peak.
I'm like, and I don't get that shit. How are you going to just stand up with this false sense of bravery, thinking that you're doing something that you're on your man shit when you standing up against a man, you know what I mean, and trying to check a man and shit, but you scared to check a damn woman? Nonsense. And you want to come against men who are not afraid to check women on their bullshit, as well as other men? Miss me.
You know what, Marty? I don't even think. No, it's not social awkwardness. I got a different take on that. A lot of it is the thing is people don't want to be direct. I'm a very direct person, and the thing is, I knew what it was. It's like, so because just to be clear, I like Marcus. Marty likes Marcus. BGS, but you saw how I popped off with Marcus.
Yeah.
Because it was the same like stuff.
Adrian, okay. It probably got dropped off. So I don't know what this is about. I mean, like you had an issue, okay? You felt you were slighted. All this because you were slighted. That's all it is. Ask.
Can I offer?
Go ahead.
Is a simple answer to what happened there. That's what happens when your primary form and venue of discourse includes women.
Okay.
That's what happens. You you forget how, or you never learn how to talk directly to men, other men, as other men do. One of the biggest ain't so much, or isn't just what we say, it's the directness of many things that men say in this.
Shout out to Black Guru. What we gonna do is end up there. My next segment, but yes, Chicago from always man and brother, and that he's a good decent on passive aggressive and shit. You see the disrespect that he showed on BGS's panel. Whereas instead he should have came humble. It was like, okay, my bad. Apologize I'm late. I was cloud watching for a minute, as well as taking care of some other things. So brother BGS, I apologize for that. I'm here now. So yeah. When a man comes in and talk, boom, let him talk, because it's his channel. Boom, boom, okay. And then, as he gives the directive, okay, in addressing you to giving you the floor to talk, that's your time to talk. You don't feel that airtime if you bitching of how this man is coming at you and how he is trying to provide order and structure to his fucking shit, to his panel. And it's just like Edward said. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. Yes, I mean, as it is best to be, as a man of that, that's what it is to be man, to be direct, not dancing all around the bush with shit. That's female shit. And as such, in my next segment, in the name of holding man accountable, I'm gonna go to this one here, to this guy's channel, who is called the Viking Samurai. All right. Just started following, some time ago, because I took interest in his, in his channel and the shit he's talking about, which relates to everything that's martial arts. And now someone had the question in my in the first part of this stream. Explaining about getting into where I was going to get into about asking on whether or not to you guys in the audience, whether or not has feminism plagued the martial art world. So, but yeah, I like this channel because he also has a bunch of people he interviews that work or used to work in the martial arts film industry and dealt with all the iconic dudes that we love so much, like Van Damme. He's a big Van Damme fan, and this guy Viking Samurai, Van Damme, and all others. And so but I didn't, and I somewhat expressed that to him already, because he's a white guy and he's giving his own his own honest criticism regarding Michael Jai White, who is black. I am black. I am in support of this man. As of which I am going to show maybe a couple of clips of our dear brother Michael Jai White. And show support to him, and also how I'm not going to me standing up for him, which is why I'm going to be showing it, to stand up for him against cats, especially white guys like this, who wants to downplay our brothers such as Michael Jai White. him stating, basically around the lines of that he's not, a decent martial artist, whatever. Kind of like downplaying to make it seem like, okay, like he's not top dog, top notch, in the whole game. So I'm like, no, that's off, because this man has his own YouTube channel and plenty of videos of him, giving instructions on how to fight. On how to fight in the way of martial arts. How to properly punch, kick, all that. And everything looked just so precise and plausible as hell. Of moves that you should be able to do, that you should be able to train yourself in doing. That is not too impossible. So, but Viking Samurai, I'm more so dressing, his guests that he had, that he had a one-on-one with. And it's this guy who's he has like projects going on, that involves like, with working with men, women, and even children, when it comes to, dealing with martial arts. So yeah, because as I said, that's what that's what all this guy's channel is about. So, and I'm a big fan and a lover of martial arts. Yeah, just go to him real quick, and thank you, brother BGS, big bro BGS, as I did receive his permission. So that was all of what I wanted to illuminate the and exposing the fuckery of such a man as SimpRilla and Mr. Logic. Yep, let me go down. Oh, that brother came with a decent ass thumbnail. I like that idea. Now, since we're past Rilla now, we're going to go to still here. And here's a video. Yeah, okay. There's that Warrior Island video I looked up. And everybody's still asking, hey man, when's this Warrior Island gonna go into effect? It's looking like every bit of masculinity to its highest order. Loves it. The brothers can come together and clash it out and end it with a warm embrace and beer later. Likes that shit. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna type it. Actually, type it in there. There you go, bastard. And this video, or this live stream of his in particular, came out around the same time frame as little sister stream, Sweet Melody Media, her stream where she had Chicago Rilla on there. So yeah, okay. There we go, and he's sitting with 104K subscribers. Go to his live. We'll show his page. but he's a big fan of your typical action icons, including Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all them. Okay, here we go. It's an hour, over an hour, 6 minutes long. Okay, let me go ahead and pause this here. Let's get through this ad. So, yes, give me the skip option. Skip. Here we go. Okay. We go to share. Thanks, though, Brother Chow. Should appreciate you, bro, for stopping by. Brother Chowhound right there. Subscribe to Brother Chowhound, Life on a Budget. You know, and that's what he talks about too. Living life on a budget. You know, he talks about gardening, you know, planting, and a whole bunch of other mixture of stuff with great info. So subscribe to him, Brother Chowhound. And he has awesome hobbies too. So check him out. So yes. All right. And we're going to screen share it. And here we go. Fair use. Fair use. Okay. Yeah, before we do that, let me go ahead and put this up. Let me put down a fair use. Okay. Now, sharing it now. There we go. And now on this stream, I was giving the guy some props, you know, because hey, I digs that, you know, man, working with kids, man, you know, and other women as well. You know, I mean, and helping them to be a better version of themselves, you know, I mean, physically and also mentally. When it, you know, especially when it was dealing with the martial arts and all was self-defense and being able to defend, you know, I mean, to protect others as well. And so, you know, I was, you know, just giving a few props out there, you know, in the stream, you know, I mean, just expressing how, you know, I'm digging the stream and I like that, you know. So since, you know, I was giving praise to that because I like the masculinity of that, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, in the comment that you see that I made here, basically says if the kids had true masculinity in the house, them kids would develop proper discernment and encourage. You know, because he has an organization like this, you know, to also help, you know, teach kids to, which is part of their being in their masculinity, you know, awakening to their masculinity, which is to stand up, to be able to have the ability to stand up and to face your fears and to stand your ground against all forms of evil and bullying, you know, which is what I'm all for. But what he says in his live stream here in this clip that I have kind of upset me because, you know, I'm like, wow, thought you would, you know, not to say that the man that such a man are not aware, but, I thought, man, you would express some some guts in that, man, and giving the true reasons of why kids are derailed from the path that they could have gone because of the result of not having of the father not being there, and in fact the reason why the father is not there is due to because of the fuckery and the evil and treacherous ways of these mothers. Of whom has been known far and wide of them being the reasons of why families are destroyed. So let's get into it.
First of all, I'm a big guy. It's tough for me. 6'2", what? Oh my God, 300 pounds. To do cartwheels and do flying heel kicks and stuff. I just try to get out of bed in the morning. But I think that that fan is absolutely right. The capoeira is fantastic because it's cultural, it's fun, it's music. It checks a lot of the boxes of what people would like. I mean, it's less violent as far as you just see two boxers punching each other in the face. Mm-hmm. Capoeira is beautiful with music and like I said, the culture of it. And you can get people together to do that. And I think it's good.
It's great. And just so you guys know, something to look forward to in the future when I edit these. Earlier this week, I had interviewed Mastra Amon Santo, Mark Dacascos' real-life capoeira instructor, and also his instructor from the film. So we had a great discussion, giving some history, basically how he got to the point where he started training Mark, and then what happened after, and everything else. And he actually has his own school, like in Culver City. So if you guys are in Southern California, you can literally train capoeira with them, and his school looks amazing.
He has a contact in South Jersey, Philadelphia. I'd love to get capoeira on the set in August. That'd be fantastic. And before we get done after this, I want to touch on what Ray's saying. But I'd love to have capoeira. We have some Pacific fire dancers that will be a part of the filming. So it would be fantastic to have part of it. We own our own production company. We have all the cameras.
Oh, your own production.
We have all the sound.
You own your own production company. That's good. Wish more black man can get on shit like this, man. Black men running their own dojos, full-on self-defense classes, man.
On stage. So any martial arts masters and practitioners and fighters that want to be involved with this now is james@warriorisland.com. So I think we gave that out to them. And warriorisland.com. It's so easy to find. It's just Google. You'll find it in seconds.
Oh, definitely. And I'll give you Mastra Amon's info because, I mean, his life is capoeira, and him spreading it, and this could help him even further spread it. So you guys got to get to talking.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Let's see what other comments we got here.
Come on with the damn ads. Bullshit. Shut. I'll be muted. Fair use again. Fair use.
Make Americans martial artists again.
I need a red hat.
Yeah.
Wait, I got a terracotta warrior. So someone earlier had mentioned about getting a we've done some research, and it's really horrible. 70 to 80% of the men in prisons, no matter what. And so what I challenge all martial arts men out there, not women, I challenge martial arts men, befriend, inspire, and help as many young men as you possibly can in every walk of your life, whether it be at work, school, anywhere you go. Be a positive role model.
I mean, Apple is showing forth towards these young men of how it must be as a man, of how you must be as a man when you conducting yourself when it comes in terms of having or trying to have a family. And that is to not allow a woman to lead you in the relationship. You forget, damn it, that there's powers that's been given to these women to act such in crazy and deranged ways that has caused them to, to be able to bring down families, to destroying families. They chose the government over their man. I'm just tired of these men who are, I'll say, undercover simps that tries to hide. I mean, they try to hide under this false, obscure sense of masculinity. All right, because they are scared to bring the truth of these women and their ways of how they are and the reasons why, that there's no fathers in the home is due to because of these women. No good man in his right mind that knows his fucking worth, his value, is going to allow himself to be caught up in a situation like that and dealing with an unruly ass woman. No families can be forged like that. With a woman that exudes nothing but evil. You can't forge families with women like that, man. So my message is to this man here, the creator of Warrior Island, is that, man, you gotta shoot this shit straight, man. And bring it, man, because why are you, man, so scared of checking these women? You guys are clearly showing that you are afraid to hold women accountable. And all this, I ain't hear no accountability for the woman.
Model for men because that's the way we're going to change America and change this world. Is and it's not a dig on women. I mean, women are amazing. They're strong. They're intelligent. They can do anything. But a woman can't teach a boy to be a man. Only a man.
Like I said, they're strong.
To be a man. But a woman can teach a man to be empathetic, intelligent, a wonderful human being. I mean, yeah, absolutely. There's just women are amazing. But it takes a man, a real man.
Let me continue.
As you know, the Tiki Code training. It's about being a good human being and protecting and teaching that to keep moving on and on. So you need to step up. All of you martial arts men, step
partial of that. You know what I mean? No, it's it's stepping up, and I'll say stepping up is you getting your balls out of a bitch's purse, sir. All right. Ain't nothing gonna work. Ain't no man. Men are already saying fuck these kids. So much so to where they ain't giving a shit about what you talking. What you talking right now is sounding nonsense. Sounding like straight nonsense. Because they're looking at it like this. For why should I waste my time, energy, and resources in a community full of boys that hell, that's not going to appreciate it. It's going to treat you like shit. Where you going to be that man, that community man is willing to take a 1,000 hawks of spit in the damn face by these people and be in a hopes that you can be able to reach one? No. A lot of men waking up and saying, no, fuck these kids, because it makes no damn sense to try to be a good mentorship to some damn kids and shit, whom of which you're going to go back to when they go back home. They're going to be right up under the teachings of that woman. A woman is amazing, and a strong woman when she follows under the leadership of her man. And thus, with that, being rewarded with his protection and shares of his provision and everything. And when you have that, you have order. Because in all that, what you said there, sir, all that could be taught, all that could be given by the Father. The woman supposed to be nurturing, a nurturing spirit, kind, meek, filled with wisdom, given to her by the husband, following his wisdom and his program, and not rising against his authority and his structure, his wisdom that he's trying to pass on down to his kids. And making sure that whatever that he says goes.
Step up and be good role models. If you have a martial arts school, teach the respect for each other, self-respect. I mean, you guys got this, man. You guys got it. You know what to do.
I mean, that kind of part sounds all good, but yeah.
Yeah, it's so important. Otherwise, like you mentioned with that prison statistic, it's because, look, these young boys are trying to find role models, and if they're not finding the positive ones, they're going to find the negative ones and join a gang and then end up in prison or dead by the time they're 20, which is really sad. So
yeah, I mean, the toxic media would make you think that like half of this country is nothing wrong with somebody who has an alternative lifestyle. But the recent Gallup poll shows that only 9% of Americans identify as anything other than heterosexual. Doesn't make the 9% wrong, but they're trying to change the way we think in this world.
Okay, because I mean, what do you think? What is the reasons why the men ain't in a home to be those positive role models, positive figures to men? It's because why? Because they're kicked out of the fucking house. Because this woman, what she has chosen to do, choosing the damn government over her man. Choosing that I can do whatever I want. I'm so independent and all that shit. Okay, here we go. What this guy was saying.
We need to all stand up for what's right. You know what's right out there. And we can make a positive difference by being strong martial arts men and martial arts women. Mm-hmm. And, you know, support your women. And
you know, maybe let me do this. Which is why you should not, as a man, be quick to get yourself involved in other man's disputes. Learn to let man be man and hash it out like man. The only time we should jump in there, damn it, and defend your boy, your partner, the guy you thought, damn it, was a real one, is when he is being jumped. That's it. You know what I mean? If you want to step in there to help bring clarity to the situation. Bring understanding and logic and reason.
I get into it, but those are two very negative people who happen to be martial artists, but they're not real martial artists in my opinion.
Well,
they don't live by the principles, they don't live by the respect, they don't live by anything, you know, to a real martial artist. Anyway, I'm gonna move on because
true that.
Speaking of respect, I got my respect tiki sand training mask, as the fighters are going to be training on the sand on the beach, and they're going to have to protect their mouths from the sand coming in. So we're going to be providing these cool buffs, or we can't call them buffs because that's Survivor, but our Warrior Island tiki masks. So we got these, and they're available at our store on warriorisland.com.
Very cool, very nice.
Promote it.
Here's that. You got to, man. Yeah. Stephen Williams. Great show, Warrior Island. You're a great role model for martial arts. I agree.
Thank you very much. I'm only as good as the people I surround myself with. I surround myself with grandmasters who are who they say they are.
Well said, I guess. Y'all, these damn ads, man.
Was just
Technical issues. Sorry, guys.
And again, just in general, it is very important to surround yourself with the right people, which is why I did publicly disassociate with somebody I'd mentioned earlier. And you're pretty much the sum average of the 5 people closest to you. So, guys, if you don't like girls too, if you're not really happy or content with where you're at in life, maybe it's the people you're surrounding yourself with. So
there's no truer
real
statement.
grandmasters like you are who you need to surround
There's
yourself
no better statement than you are who you hang with. If you hang with liars, you're a liar. If you hang with drug dealers or drug users, you're going to be a drug user. If you hang with thieves, you're going to be a thief. You hang out with people with high character, high morals, faith in God, and wanting to make this world a better place. Hey, we'll make the world a better place.
Yeah, because unfortunately, man, it could be guilty by
True that.
association. That does happen.
Well, the first time you talked to me on the phone, where was I sitting?
Hmm?
Where was I the first time you talked to me on the phone?
Where were you the first time we talked? You were on Warrior Island, weren't you?
No, in the parking lot. Where was I going? Thursday night in the Bible study.
Oh, yes, you were going to church. That's right.
Yeah, we have a men's Bible study of up to 250 men that sit at 30 tables, including a 2-star general, police, the mayor of the town, police officers, military from the joint base here in New Jersey, and men getting strong together. A lot of martial artists in there, but great men.
That's great. Yeah. So I was going to say, I mean, all the information's in the video description where people could find you, but basically you're either at church or you're at Warrior Island. So.
Or eating.
One more comment from Steve. You together are so cool, and we're going to be on Warrior Island together pretty soon in the next few months. So.
Yeah, I've heard a rumor there might be a branch off show called the Samurai and Ronin. It was a rumor.
Yeah, rumors floating around there, man. Same with that Tong Po versus Don Wilson, which Don Wilson, if you see this, call me back. I think Alan Goldberg, Sifu Alan Goldberg said you would.
That's one of my
We're gonna
5.
talk to you about the Tong Po fight, man.
That's one of my 5, by the way, Alan.
What? Oh yeah, no, he's a great guy. For sure. And then this comment from Richard G. Love it. God and church combined with real martial arts. It's amazing.
Not many people know this, but Simon, one of the disciples of Jesus, he was a martial artist.
Really?
Yeah, he was an Israeli killer. He was designed to carry out Jewish retribution, but he
was early Krav Maga then.
He was a martial artist.
Wow.
Yeah, if you watch the TV.
All right. Yeah, I think that was it right there.
Wells Fargo has
I want
donated
to give on that one.
$390
Like I said, you get your own room.
to support.
But yes, but yeah, man. So So what we're dealing with here is men who are scared to stand up. And truly stand up is to be willing to address all forms of wickedness, no matter if it's coming from the woman. Until then, you're double-minded and being very partial, foolishly. And whom you support, and when you're showing that you're scared to speak out against women and their effery, then you're showing that you are not being complete as a man. To be complete as a man is to be able to have the ability to bring forth that order, structure, wisdom, and guidance, and that will and drive to put your foot down with it, to take it, to stand on something, on some principles. And refusing to allow any woman to derail you from that. By trying to get you to placate to her wishes and her desires. To pull you further along onto that side of the road where they're all about happy wife, happy life. Whereas instead it should be named as happy husband, strong house. So, yeah, but such men, fellas, I will say that they're not good to deal with whatsoever. You know, some people, believe that, oh, you can keep them in your camp, these simp manginas, they can't think to bring themselves to the point of believing that they can be able to check a female and bring guidance and structure. And letting her know, shout out to brother, Book of Alpharonomy, BOA, willing to show forth them that it's your way or no way, and no way is okay, which is actually is. And you got to come and realize that you are better than that. You are better than to think you got to allow your mind to be consumed with of getting into these endless foolish debates and arguments with these women. And like I said, you do it and not realizing that you are willingly giving these women your life force when you do that. When you're not meaning what you say, and it shows you don't mean what you say, when you don't stand on your word and allow it to be known that, hey, that this is what you say, what's going to be done, and this is what's what, and you're not moving from this position. So I clearly see that there is no reason why we should be going back and forth with these damn crazy ass hyenas. And showing too. So apparently that you are not in control as a man, as a stoic masculine man should be, because you are going in these back and forths with these women, showing them that you are like flustered, frustrated, and just, man, you showing them you get a towel, wiping your head off and shit, because these women are you're allowing them to run you crazy. And I just sit and laugh every damn time. So that's that. Thank you guys. Thank you people for coming through. This is the Hanma Force, 1 versus a million. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate to those who have donated. Thank you. May the Most High bless you. And yes, and you can continue doing that as well. Donate to Cashapp Ray Hanma. And this is the Hanma Force, a brotherhood that does not look down upon one another. It's for uplifting one another and sharing thoughts and ideas with each other. It's standing strong against all forms of evil and everything that is against what's traditional and true family structures. Not being scared to be that force, that holy force that's willing to take his stand against such darkness. Stagg Ray Hanma, I'm out. Peace.